A lot of parents have put their hands on children's foreheads and worried because they felt too warm. A fever is a sign of illness, but it's not something that should cause parents to overreact. A temperature almost always signals that the body is working to protect your child's health. Doug Johnson has details.
Pediatrician Ellen Stecker is checking on the Mokake children today, and with 3 children under the age of 5, 4-year-old Joel, 3-year-old Loriana, and 1-year-old Beverly Margot, Mother Corinne Mokake has dealt with her fair share of fevers. Children can feel warm for a number of reasons. They may have been playing hard, getting out of a warm bed, or coming in from hot weather. In those instances, they're just giving off heat, and their body temperatures should be back to normal in a few minutes. But if they're warm and acting sick, they'll almost always have a fever.
I take their temperature first, obviously, and if it's running relatively high or anything above 100, we usually give them some Tylenol or ibuprofen. If it gets a little bit higher, we call the pediatrician pretty quickly and usually get them in because it's an indication that there's some kind of infection or something somewhere.
A fever is a sign that the body is actively fighting an infection. So from that point of view, it's a good thing when a child is running a temperature. It means their body is doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing.
And the infections kind of come generally in 2 flavors. One are viral infections, which are things like flu, colds, coughs, run-of-the-mill, upset stomachs and things. Viral that normally do not need any treatment and go away on their own.
Fever from viral infections tend to be between 100 and 104 degrees. Don't trust how your hand feels. Doctors will want to know exactly what a child's temperature is, especially for infants and toddlers. Digital rectal thermometers give the most accurate readings for children 3 months and younger. For older children, oral readings are good as long as their mouths are closed when the thermometer is being used. And digital ear thermometers also work well for kids older than 6 months.
The other subset of infections are bacterial infections, and those are the ones that we worry about a little more that may need treatment with an antibiotic, such as pneumonia, strep throat, ear infections. But all are infections. Some will need a special antibiotic treatment and some will get better on their own.
Fevers only need to be treated if they cause discomfort, and most fevers don't make children uncomfortable till they go above 102 or 103 degrees. That's when parents should give children acetaminophen or ibuprofen. That should reduce the fever. If a child goes back to normal behavior, that's a sign of the body fighting off a simple infection.
Yeah, I'd say within 3 to 5 days, they're back to themselves, running around, having a fun time.
It's normal for fevers from most viral infections to last for a couple of days. By the 3rd or 4th day, the body has overpowered the virus and the fever should go away. If a fever comes back when the fever medicine wears off, a child may need more treatment. Or if the medicine doesn't reduce the fever in children, or if their temperature drops and they're still uncomfortable, or if their temperature is very high, call their doctor.
I mean, anything over 104, of course, makes our eyes open and we're concerned about that. But a lot of times little kids will get viruses and they'll be 103, 104, and they will be just tearing around the room and acting fine. So I always tell parents I'm much more concerned about a child's behavior. I'm much more concerned about a child with a low-grade fever and worrisome behavior, such as acting very nauseated or very sluggish or very sleepy. I'm more concerned about a child with a low fever and worrisome behavior than I am about a child with high fever and normal behavior.
So it's not about how they feel to you, it's how they feel to themselves. Fever means the body is fixing itself. For Smart Medicine, I'm Doug Johnson.